What's going on? Yeah, man, I'm excited, goddammit. Welcome to the Rapid Ritual Cash Infusion Q&A. You understand what I'm saying, okay? So we're gonna let this. Right now, I know I'm talking to nobody right now. Yeah, everybody vote. Boy, I braid this man's hair already. Shit, goddammit. So, so you're looking to get a rapid cash infusion? Yeah. Well, that's good. That's real good. That's my homage to the Hodge twins. Shout out, well, you found the best YouTube channel for that. And we are going, hey, 5 heads in the building. Salute to everybody. 7 heads in the building. Make sure you lick the like button on the way in. Got some important information. Plus, we're going to chop it up about this rapid cash infusion ritual that I know y'all, so many are fucking joining in, and it is awesome. There's going to be some major home runs here. Slobo, what's happening? I feel funny calling you Slobo, but I know your real name, but shh, I'm not going to tell. All right. Juanita, Love and Life, what's happening? Satisfying Renee, I bet. Melanin Candy, Night Diamonds, Lash, what's up? Maria Rosa Sigana, how are you? Yeah, it's already going up there. Oh. So look, let me get these fucking eye boogers out the way so I ain't all in your face. You know, Michelle Riddell, what's happening? Styles by Miss. Come on in, love, Sade. Long time, love. I felt like you abandoned us, you know, for some time. I'm not going to try and take it personal, but I feel the way I feel. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back. Come on in, everybody. Got 12 heads so far. Make sure you lick that like button on the way in. Cracking all the way back, all right? Yep. Miriam Colazzo. Long time no see. Indeedy do. Well, now you're on, Salon for Life. Now you're on, man. Do tell more. Well, we about to tell you, Lash Boss. We about to tell you. Are you doing the Lash thing right now? I'm curious. I know you're in Florida. You were one of the first places to like reopen back up. Are you able to do your thing down there? Dorley Baptiste. Bonjour. Come on in, everybody. We're about to get this little convo going. I thought I'd do a little Q&A because I know some people have questions. Plus, there's a couple things I need to say that is very, very important if you are already involved if you have signed up for the Rapid Cash Infusion Ritual. I am, but I started an Urban Crystal Camp. Oh, okay. Right on for you. This would be perfect for you then. Perfecto. Good job. That's what I love to hear. Get it. All right. Well, as some of you may know, we are doing a Rapid Cash Infusion Ritual. Who is this for? Okay. Number one, if you're doing great, right? But for shits and giggles, you're like, who doesn't like manifesting unexpected cash infusions, right? Who doesn't? That's my question, okay? So if that's you, if you're in that demographic here, then that's perfect for you. If everything is, it's okay, but, you know, I could really use some extra cash infusion action going on, then this is for you as well. If things are not going so great, and you're like, yo, I really need a cash infusion, okay? Then you've come to the right place. And this is the place for you, goddammit, okay? So no matter which demographic you're in, this is the place, all right? So, Manny, I'm already going to hit you. Yeah. You're in, brother, okay? And I got all your info too. Now look, let me explain something real quick though, okay? First of all, the ritual itself is going to go down on Thursday. This is the way it's going to happen, okay? I'm actually going to record it. And because I know everybody is in different things, and sometimes, like for example, this live, when we're done, as far as, I'm concerned, it takes forever to post, okay? And there's going to be some important information in the comment. It's going to be a pinned comment of this video and the last video I did called The Rapid Cash Infusion Ritual. You can go back and check that. There's a link in there, okay? Now, I know, and I do apologize already, because the way this information just kind of came through, and it was like, you ever get those channels from spirit and you just got to move, and sometimes you don't even know what you're doing. You're like, oh, okay, you know, it happened like that. So had I had more time maybe to actually think about it, you know, I would have been able to include this. But there is a small form that, if you haven't already filled it out, it would be such a fucking help. And it's going to help us to get you your ritual implements, because what we're going to do, we're going to be using brand new. We don't have them yet. We're going to actually go get them. I don't know if we're going to today, tomorrow morning. Brand new dollar bills, never touched. Okay, we're going to be. That's part of the ritual, right? But we're going to need to mail that out to you. And tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday, about 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to email everybody a very secret, powerful, what's known as a switch word chant. This chant is going to be used in the ritual on Thursday. I will be doing it. It's going to be required that you say this particular chant 9 times. The number of completion, of fulfillment, of endings and beginnings, okay? So I need to be able to email you that chant. That's why it's important to fill, when you get a chance, either go to the last video or when this one is posted, if you look in the comments, there's going to be a link. In the comments going to show you exactly what to do, but there's also a link. Now, if you go to sign up, the form's already there, so no problem. And I do apologize for this. This is just a way to organize things, and it helps us to be able to get you what we need to send to you right after the ritual is done. So the ritual is going to be done Thursday, July 2nd. I'm going to film it probably around 12:30 p.m. Lunchtime here in California. And then I'm going to email everybody the link. So it doesn't matter what time of day that you do it on Thursday, just as long as on Thursday you say your chant 9 times and the video will be there. You can also chant along with me if you like. That would be fucking great, okay? Because we're going to smack home runs. I'm telling you right now, I'm already preparing physically wise, for the spiritual things that I needs to do, okay? Deprivation, the whole works, all right? So, the Wise Fox, what's popping? Yeah, Carmen Webb, that's okay. She brought up a good point because she's in Australia. And here, the Ray family, we fucks with Australia really tough. We got a lot of good people in Australia. And she said, your Thursday is my Friday in Australia. That's okay. Friday's another great day for wealth, okay? Thursday, Friday, and Sunday are typically the good days, the really, really good days. And who doesn't love doing cool shit on a Friday? So I rest my case there. Of course you can. Have Dale do it too. You and Dale are married, right? Y'all are like one, so go right ahead. So that's how that's going to go. I'm going to keep bringing that up as we go along this little brief Q&A. So if there's any other questions, that any of you got about the ritual, feel free to ask. I'm butt naked. I'm an open book to you. All right? No. He's with you, Carmen. So, unless he wants to join in like that, if he wants to also have his own, there is a very small offering of $9? Yeah, $29. But that's also more or less for the participants' benefit, because when you got skin in the game, especially since we're talking about currency, this is all just a representation of energy, of currency. And you already know my take on it, and some of y'all have seen the light when I talk about circulating energy, because when you circulate, it damn sure comes back to the point of origin, which is you. And that's also why we're going to be sending you a fixed up, a blessed up, caressed up, and zest up, fixed up bill. You can call it a bill of predator money. And the other thing is, when you receive this bill, you either include this in something you're purchasing, because I doubt you're going to just buy something for $1. I don't even know what costs $1 anymore. But you're going to either purchase something, which is circulating, or you're going to give it to somebody, which is circulating. Okay? And that's the last aspect. But things will already be working in your favor in full effect come Thursday. Some of y'all may even already have some things starting to happen between now and Thursday, and you just signed up. We ain't even did it yet, but all things exist in the eternal now anyways, right? Roxanne Evans, Roxanne, dun, dun. Yeah, man, had to go back on you right there. About to pull out my cardboard and start breakdancing. All right, so yeah. Can I join if I did one with someone before? Absolutely. That has no bearing here at all. Monica Colley, how do you sign up? Well, through the magic of Hollywood, we're about to send you these links right now. You'll see a link in there. If you want to scroll back in the chat a little bit, all the information is there. Okay. But yeah, so if there's any, questions, how y'all doing? First of all, happy Monday, Moon Day. Also, as far as here, it's Monday, the day of my boy, Elegua. Okay, opener of roads, the closer of roads, the opener of doors, the closer of doors. All right, perfect day to have this conversation. Wait, is it Monday or is it Tuesday today? What is today? Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, it's my day then. It's Tuesday, Mars Day. Denise Wise. Yes, I'm excited too, Miss Wise. I'm telling you, we about to hit some fucking home runs. That's all I want. I'm even doing rituals just for the success of this ritual, okay? Because I'm already seeing and hearing the wonderful feedback when y'all start getting these fucking cash bumps, these cash infusions. You know what I'm saying? You had me confused like, damn. I thought, yo, Lash, I am confused, man.
Okay, so Carmen Webb, that bill won't work in Australia. So what?
Oh.
What would I have to do?
Well, that's a good question. You can go exchange it and then do something with that. I don't care if they give you back, I don't know what the exchange rate is, but go on and exchange it. The fact that you're putting it out there, whether you're gifting it or whether you're purchasing with it, is circulating. So if you are in a foreign country and you receive good old George Washington, okay, you can go to your local bank and just say, hey, I want to trade this in for my currency. They'll give you the equivalent of that, and then you can just, once again, either add that to an amount that you're going to use to purchase something, or give it to somebody. Exchange it. Exactly. You can do that as well. If you hey, I have a souvenir for you from America, here. Either or. Those are very good questions, Ms. Webb. I like that. Thank you. So if you are from across the pond or one of the ponds, you know what I'm saying, and you obviously can't use an American piece of currency to buy some shit where you're at, you can either give it away as a gift, or you can exchange it for your own currency and purchase something, or give it to somebody. Just gift somebody. You know what I mean? You want to keep it for you? I understand. But you know what? I might, yeah, I ain't gonna put my foot in my mouth. Yeah, that is a part of it though. I strongly encourage you to put that in circulation. Will you pronounce the chant? Absolutely. Matter of fact, the way that you're going to get, it's just going to be like a short 1-minute video. I'm going to tell you the chant and I'm going to pronounce it. It's not in another language. It's using switch words. Okay. So if you're not familiar with switch words, feel free to Google what switch words are. They are another way to kind of access the unconscious mind and the superconscious mind. Using just one word, or you can string a small series of one words, together that have a very dramatic impact. Black Widow, what's going on? How you been? Who is that? Is that Smooth? Oh, okay. I thought that Smooth was popping up. Denise Wise, yes. Please, everyone, please sign up. What do we have to lose? Exactly, Miss Wise. And those, I'm telling you right now, I got so some of my, you know, when an idea is from spirit because it's accompanied with a particular feeling. And this particular feeling was instantaneous. It was instantaneously recognizable that this is something I need to do like right now. And when inspiration strikes, in spiritu, inspiration in spirit, when that shit comes through, you have to act. That's why now I'm like, hey, could you please go back and fill the form? Because it's like, you can't think of everything. Like, I had no idea I was even going to, when I woke up yesterday, I had no idea we were going to be doing this together. You know what I'm saying? That we were going to be making some ripples out there and manifesting some goddamn currency. You know, I had no idea. Do I need to do a spiritual bath? Kay Kismet. That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. No, you don't. However, if you feel like you would want to go into this ritual with a clean slate, if you haven't done a bath in quite some time or any type of cleansing or Olympia or anything like that, then, you know, it's always a good idea to kind of, you know, clean up. Just like if you're going somewhere, like you're not going to go stank. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good idea. It's not going to hurt. Would I say it's mandatory? No, but that is a very good point. I don't want to say like, oh, yes, you should, because then everyone's going to be like, well, what kind of bath? And it's like, the point is to keep it extremely powerful, extremely efficient, and simple. So, but for you, since you asked that, I mean, that's an excellent question. I would say if your spirit, your intuition is saying, hey, yeah, go ahead, girl, soak that thing for a minute, you know, then go ahead, you know. All right, see, Lashes on her shit. Lashes on her shit. Adela Mackey, welcome in. How you doing? Florida water, yeah. Just a moment. Oh, momento. Okay, hold on. I did a video with this, and this is basically a bottle, a spiritual bath in a bottle. This is rose water. This is Florida water. And what you could do is just take a shower, and then you just spray yourself down. Or you don't even have to take a shower. You know, I mean, if you just want to like a quick cleanse, I mean, it's not something that if you got a lot of like gunk, then you probably want to do a real bath. But this is good maintenance in between baths because, excuse me, you don't want to do too many baths. You know, it's like yeah, you just don't want to do that. So, you might strip away the good shit too, you know. So yeah, no sitting around. So anyways, this would, like, if you feel good, like anytime I do a ritual, I always do either a cleansing or a bath or anything. That's just me. But for y'all, just to, you know, land this plane as far as that question goes, excellent question. If your intuition says, hey girl, go ahead, do that, go ahead and do it. You don't have to do it though, you know. So it's not Mando, but yeah, I make my own spray too. Holy water, exactly. Yep. I am looking forward to it too. I am so excited. You know, I get so excited about expansive types of things, you know, because yes, everybody might be looking for love and shit, but everybody can use some more currency. Everybody can use, you know, support, everybody can enjoy some cash infusions, especially when they're unexpected. Some of them may be expected. Some of you may be expecting it, or after you do this now, since you're doing it, you should expect it. But as far as how, I would say just chill on that, you know. Salome for life. How does it work? Well, we're using the power of focus. I mean, even right now, I'm already doing the ritual right now. I can't tell you some of the things that I'm doing, but me, myself, as like the maestro, the one who's doing the conducting, I have to make sure that I'm on point because my whole thing is, like I said, I'm already seeing and hearing via email, text, and whatever. Y'all coming to me saying, yo, you won't believe what happened. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's my goal. So for the, like I said, word, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Black Widow. And when you're doing, and that's a good point. Black Widow says word. That's why I'm doing my own little hustle. If you have a job, cool, but you have more control when you have some hustles or when you have your own business or when you know whatever you like. You got Lash Boss, she's doing her thing. Like several people on here are doing their thing because the only one who's going to set a cap in your business, depending on what kind of business, but pretty much is you. And that's the way I would prefer to go. So if you do have a job, that's cool. Okay. Keep in mind, the more avenues that you create for money to come find you and play with you, the more you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? If somebody has no income, no hustles, no nothing, yes, it can still get to you. I'm living proof. I did something. I didn't have a job. I didn't have shit. I had no hustles. I had nothing. And I go walking down the street and find a blank money order blow right across my way. Okay? And I took that shit, I filled it out, I went and bought a pack of gum at the liquor store, got the rest of the change back. Boom, I'm in business now. I started, you know what I'm saying? But am I going to count on that? Am I going to, and you know, the worst thing you can do is after something awesome like that happens, now you keep fucking like expecting it. You know, you got to just let it go. I wasn't expecting it when it first happened. So if it's something like that is going to happen again, I don't want to place my expectation on the how. You want to free that up. But having said that, the more avenues you have for money to reach you, it's just common sense. It's going to find you faster and more of it is going to find you. Right? What do we have here? Oh, man. I remember that video when you told that. Yes, the Wise Fox. You've been watching Wise Fox. I like that. But yeah, it's true. That's a true fucking story. I couldn't have made that up. I could if I was making it up. I might as well have said a $100 bill just flew across. You know what I mean? And I picked it up. You know, I've heard. Believe me, man. Some of the people with the best luck have been crackheads, man. I swear to God. I'm not saying to go smoke crack. I set up 5 revenue streams for myself this week. There you go. Shout out to you. Okay, kids. Yeah. So, did I miss any questions? Let me see. I don't know if I missed. My stomach's fucking grumbling. Hey, in time knowledge, think bigger. What's popping with you? Okay, Kisman said, I'm starting a freelance virtual administrative business. What? Get down with your bad self then. That's what I'm talking about. You need money to find you. Hey, you know what though? Salon for life, it wants to find you. It wants to find you. That which you seek is seeking you. Believe it. Hey, TV. KL, is this ritual about big amount of money or some money? That's a very good question. And I got to give a kind of two-part answer. I think for me, I'm going to the max. Now, I'm not going to put a cap on how much it can be. Like I said in the first video that I made for this. But more or less just like it could be multiple cash infusions. It could be some. For some people, it's going to be some. And for some, it's going to be big. You know, it does go down to the individual, you know, who's involved. So if an individual like has only ever like the most they've ever gotten is like $100 and they just can't fathom for whatever the life of them, you know, coming up on $1,000 somehow, some way, then that might make it a little bit more difficult, you know, esoterically speaking, energetically speaking. But yeah, I'm saying shoot for the fucking stars. At least let's hit the moon. How about that? Does that make sense to you? Different strokes for different folks. Thriller from Manila, what's happening? How you doing? Thriller from Manila. Right on, Salon. Right on. All good. There we go. Crackheads are the hardest hustlers. And I tell you, I don't know if that hard hustling has something to do with the love, but I swear to God, like, I've known crackheads who have found like $1,000 in a bush. First of all, who's gonna be looking in a bush but a crackhead? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was. I mean, they came and spent it, you know. But yeah, I was just like, who in the fuck finds? And somebody had, and because of the area and that, you know, somebody had stashed something, and they must have, the police must have swept, got everybody up, and then somebody's this little stash that they had was hidden in the bush. But my point is, who the fuck is gonna be looking in a bush at night? Okay. But a crackhead. See, remember? So, do you remember for us to be in the energy of receiving, or do you recommend? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Salon for Life. That is an excellent question. First of all, your excitement is also a great ingredient to add in this. Number two, I would start cultivating that happiness, or just being, you know, tapping into that energy of just like, yo, thank you, like that gratitude. There is no substitute for gratitude. You know, we can all use more gratitude. And I think personally, to get the biggest bang for your buck, it's imperative to really have that genuine, authentic gratitude. Not the fake shit, like, okay, thank you. Where's my money, bitch? No, not that kind. You know, like genuine where you really feel it in every fiber of your being. You know, I mean, truth be told, you should be feeling it anywhere like that. You know, you should be feeling that, and you got to cultivate it. Just like you cultivate the crops that you want. And, you know, they're not just going to grow automatically. There's things you got to do systematically to make sure those things keep coming forth. Same thing with your feelings, you know, same thing. And gratitude is just a feeling, you know, it's a vibe, it's a frequency. You definitely want to stay tapped in to that. That's going to open up so many doors, and not just with cash, because that gratitude thing, that encapsulates your whole shit. Yeah, when I go to dig to plant some herbs, I find hell of a. Don't turn it in. You ever see them memes, Lash, where it says, you find this on the ground in your church? What do? I'm like, keeping that shit. What the fuck you think? It came to me for a reason. I found it. Motherfuckers is walking by this shit and ain't nobody Why did I see it? Okay? Because it wants to come home with me. That's why. I'm not going to stop it. So, yeah. Church or not, I don't give a shit. Ortiz Lucy, is the full moon coming up? Actually, yes. We are in a waxing period right now. It's actually a perfect period. It's actually a perfect period. Would it be a difference? Hold on, wait. When is the last day or time frame to send the donation in the complete form? Good question. Matter of fact, one of the most excellent questions also, okay? I'm going to say, to stretch it, 3 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. So that would be 6 Eastern Standard Time. That would probably be 5 Central Time tomorrow. Why? Because I'm going to need to email everybody the chant. And then on Thursday, I'm going to email them the ritual as recorded. You'll already be prepared. You'll have your chant. As soon as we're done Thursday, I'm going to start bagging up everything for everybody, getting everybody's, shit, printing out all these guys. We don't have the fucking sticky things with everybody's address, and I got to write that shit out. So there's a shitload of participants in this ritual that I'm gonna have to like write out your address, your name and address, so I can send you your fixed up money. And I'm also gonna send you a little gram of 2020 Secret of My Success Prosperity Oil, but it's gonna be a little bit juiced up, blessed up, zest up, because I'm also putting some gold flakes in it. Like, it's gonna be a little love offering from me to you also, that you can just use this on your money or just on your persons. I know some of you, a lot of you already have the 20, and I hope y'all are working it to its fullest extent. This is just that oil, but it's like a special edition of it, because it's being actually charged and everything and used in this ritual. So It's just another little something extra for you, you know? Yeah, but that's a good question. That was an excellent question. But having said all that, I need to be able to get all this shit together. So the door's gonna close at about 3 o'clock. Actually, yeah, by 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I really do encourage you, if you really want to get into that rapid cash infusion, you know, little shit we got going on here. I really hope you get down where you get blessed at, you know. Any Sagittarius in the building? Kate Kismet, hey yo, 1209 right here. Uh, Elisa Hagwood, good. Your interest has the capability of bringing you rapid cash infusions. Okay. Yeah. 7 Mountain Time. Okay, there you go. That too. Will you do it again, Bernice Green? You know, if I keep getting enough, if y'all, because you're gonna choose. You determine whether I'm gonna do it again. I was thinking if there's some who didn't make it for the Thursday shot, we might do it again either this Sunday or just open up another one that we can do for Sunday. Sunday is an awesome day to do wealth shit. I mean, any day is. Any day is. But I love doing shit on Sundays too, as far as wealth is concerned. Ah, shit. The Cancer Leos. Absolutely. Can we use the road opener oil? Absolutely. You can definitely do it. How can I participate? Elisa Hagwood, through the magic of Hollywood and special effects. Yeah. No. Actually, there's Borda's been posting some comments in this chat. I'm sure there's going to be another one that's going to come up explaining what link to do, and then there's another video if you wanted to watch whatever. But that's all that shit's in this chat here somewhere. Juno, okay, I'm reloaded. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The money tongue. Lots of money tongues. Can I use it? Absolutely, Carmen. You can definitely use it. You can definitely use it. You can hold the oil while you're just doing your chant too. So that kind of like helps to infuse, because that oil is very programmable. That helps to infuse it with this. And since we're all coming together, honestly, it's just magnifying it for everybody involved. So the party's just getting better for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Ellie B! What's happening, Ellie B? Everybody put your money tongues up. Right? Who is this? Light worker, Madam India got bold. Shango Mate. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Let it out. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Come on now. Everybody put your money tongues out. Yeah.
I can't find mine.
That's what I'm talking about. Manny, this is going perfect with what else we got going on too. This is also just, I'm involving you, you know what I'm saying? Extra love, because that's how we do it. That's the Ray way. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Look at this. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are beautiful. I like that. I would put this on my tongue, but yeah, this shit's kind of probably got all kinds of shit on it. There's about 40, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Ellie B. Wise words never said right there. She said there's about 40 of us in here. We can manifest while the rest of the world focuses on other things. You know what? We're doing our own, we're creating our own spiritual economy. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. You have your own individualized economy, and then us, even just this little small amount. Believe it. And y'all are excited because I can feel your excitement. I know I'm excited. Like, we can't miss. We cannot miss. We can only succeed. Okay? My bay leaves. There you go. Love some bay leaves. Yeah. Good energy. You feel that? In time, knowledge, think bigger. You feel that? Yeah. I think that's, yeah. Rona. There you go. Put your bags up. Put your money tongues out. You know what I'm saying? We gangbanging over here. Instead of gang signs, everybody's like, huh? It's like got money coming out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, K Kismet. I was actually going to make another follow up to that video about the war on the breath because, your breath is literally like the closest byproduct of spirit that you have. You know what I'm saying? It is that anima, it's that thing that animates you, and it is your divinity. It is a physical like byproduct of your divinity, because once your divinity is just like, okay, I'm ditching this shell, there ain't no more breath. You know what I'm saying? So, but in hindsight, just to not to touch too much on that right now, but how do you control a mass of people? Or let me ask, the question I pose is this: who's more easier to control? A mass of people who are calm, centered, and focused, or a mass of people who are scared out their fucking mind and confused, and got their sympathetic nervous system going crazy, because when you're afraid and you're off kilter and you're not balanced, a lot of these people are looking up to the government, to like help. So they're like basically giving away their shit. Yes, just make sure I'm safe here. Take my rights, take my this, take my that. Fuck all that. Scared and confused, Salone. Like, there you go, Gracie Jackson. That's right. It's up to us, man. It's up to us, yo. Queen of Fire, what's going on? So yeah, that's what we're doing. So any other questions here about the riddle? I believe me, I love the questions we got. Excellent questions. That's why I wanted to do this video, because I know some people had questions, and this is just an excellent way. You guys, and actually you ladies, most of all, y'all make it the best type of show. You know what I'm saying? The Asia Divine Jules, shout out, salute. So your questions keep it going. I mean, sometimes y'all think of the dopest shit like that I would ever thought of just coming with. What color of candle do you recommend I use during the ritual to focus while we do the chanting? Pacific Aurora. Good question. Okay. Well, I will ask number one. This is what I would pose to you, okay? Since there's no set way. There's what works for you. So what color best symbolizes, you know, prosperity, success for you? Okay? Some might choose yellow because it's more like gold. Some might choose green. Some may say it's purple. Some may say, I don't know. You can use, if all else fails and all you have is a white candle, you can use white. The truth be told, you don't need to use a candle. If you want to, that's great. You can put in your own thing. I encourage that. There's really no wrong way to do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get the basics in and we're all on accord on that, we're good money. We are good money. So I would say whatever color most symbolizes money to you. That's the most important thing, because it has to matter to you. You know what I'm saying? I use white since yeah. I was just going to say that if all else fails, a white color encompasses all colors. So when in doubt, you can use a white candle.
Hey,
Looks like
Wise
money.
Fox, what main chakra would you say we should focus on right now?
Well, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. And once again, and I hate to say it like that, but that's an individual matter. Okay. For some, the reason why they may be experiencing some money problems is because their root chakra is kind of fucked up. For another, it could be the heart. And for another, it could be the solar plexus. You know what I mean? But I would say you always want to definitely make sure your root chakra is cool, because that's like the veil between the spiritual and the physical world. That's like what tethers the two together. You know what I'm saying? And it is also about your survival. And what do you need to survive? You need things. And how do we get things in this society? With money. You know what I'm saying? Pacifica Aurora, we appreciate you. Surrounded by green right now. Well, there you go. See LEB working her shit. Here in America, we tend to relate money to green, but there's other where countries where the money's not is anything but green. But it also can stand for agriculture, fertility, things like that. The root chakra in the heart. Yeah. The truth is, almost any chakra can throw off your whole shit if allowed to be too off balance, or if it's under firing, if it's not firing enough. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Throw out your money tongues. Keep them out. Keep them wagging. Sit in the park near a tree. That's a good one. That's excellent. That's actually also part of a psalm spell too, for power. You sit under a tree. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, trees are very good for that. I know, like trees, like they like to make fun of people and call them hippies and shit, like tree huggers. But there is something to grounding yourself and, like, trees. I always touch trees when I'm walking and I speak to them. Especially if I know that they're pretty old. Salome for life. I have a testimony on your other ritual. A friend paid for me for a business deal, and now I'm getting a little extra monthly income. Right? Oh, see, I love to hear that shit. And thank you for sharing that, because that's the type of energy that we want. And that's the type of energy that we need here for this particular ritual. And I trust that you're going to have a whole lot more positive result comments to make after this is done too. I'm gonna make it my business there. I heard hugging a tree does wonders. It actually does. I mean, I don't go around just hugging trees, but yeah. The wise fox says X, I'm working on both the root and the heart. Yeah. See, it all depends, right? You just asked me what chakra for money, right? Well, let's not forget the navel chakra either, the orange one, because that has to do with your sexuality and your sexual energy. And sexual energy is one of the most potent creative forces that we have. So if you're in a business where you need more creativity to equal more money, then you definitely want to make sure your navel chakra, your sexy chakra is working right. It's firing right. Does that make sense? I think it does. I'll let you tell it though. Yeah. For another one, if it has to do with expressing, maybe like, let's say I'm in sales and like every time I get on the phone, I'm like Elmer Fudd and like, then maybe I got something with my throat chakra. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So like, it all depends. But if we're talking about money, then it's definitely going to be one of the three lower chakras, or at least include one of them. Because money is, yes, money is spiritual as far as what it represents is spiritual, but the actual money itself has to do with this world. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got here. The Rona oil is most definitely that pressure. There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. And you guys best believe it, I'm also incorporating Rona oil with this shit too, because you know what? We're smacking. Don't think they're done with that Rona shit. They just did Act 1. So, Tree of Life, what's popping? Salute to you. For those, don't leave home without it. See, rival be knowing. Rival consultant be knowing shit. I touch trees with both hands. Yeah. I be doing the same too, or sometimes I just bless because, I got into this conversation, a great conversation, matter of fact, and he suggested I get this book with King Cook. Some of y'all know who King Cook is. But we were talking about, years ago, we had a conversation about like oversouls and how every location has an oversoul over it. That's why every city also feels different. You got these different spirits over a particular neighborhood, over a city, and then you got particular spirits over a certain neighborhood, and then you even have particular spirits that just kind of watch over certain blocks or particular proximity. And this is a fucking excellent book. He suggested I get it. I instantly went and get it because every time he suggests something, usually he hasn't missed with me. You know what I'm saying? But we were talking about that, and this book even mentions it's called Ritual Offerings. Who is it by? I got it on Amazon, man. But there's a whole lot of shit in here. A whole lot. The elements of making offerings. It goes to, how important offerings are, which is also why there is a small nominal offering for this, because offerings are important. It's also, you can look at an offering also like a sacrifice, right? Um, and this is a, oh shit, I didn't know it's one of these in here. But yeah, so I don't know how we were getting off into this, but yeah, something about, but they talk about that here too. You know what I'm saying? And how you can, because sometimes there are more oppressive forces over a particular location, and so sometimes you could actually work with these things, and it's like people wonder why things is going so sweet for you, but everybody else is fucked off. But oh yeah, that's why, because we were talking about trees, and in this book it talks about how a lot of these spirits obviously live, their spirits obviously lives in every single tree. They're alive, you know what I'm saying? So you can go out and just, it's a good idea to just bless things that most people wouldn't bless, even like bushes, patch of grass or whatever. You just like in your mind just say, hey, what's up, how you doing? Hey, good, how you doing today? Boom, whatever.
What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Ritual Offerings. It is by Nephilim Press. Who did this? Actually, there was several authors on this. Oh, you know what it is? Because there's a piece of the book, a book written by one person. There's another piece written by another person. He goes into ancestors and offerings. Brother Moloch wrote some on here. Frater Rufus Opus, Denise Alvarado, Jason Miller. Some of these occultists, some of you may know. Zadkiel, he also goes into, I was reading about how he particularly, he contacted a spirit, which was basically like a mentor, but in the form of a spirit, and it was housed in a human skull. So this spirit would always be kicking him game and shit like that, and that was like his lifelong, and he still, that's like one of his mainstays. Like he keeps that with him and stuff like that. But there's a bunch of different contributing authors, but this is a very great book on the power of offerings and why offerings are so powerful in assisting you in getting you what you want.
Okay, so this is a Carmen Webb question.
A Carmen Webb question, a Carmen Webb special. What do we got?
Can I burn incense while saying the chant? If so, what is best?
Yes, you can. If burning incense helps you to feel magically sexy and get you in that magical mood, that magical space, I'm all for it. Do what you got to do. You don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, then I suggest you do it. If your spirit is saying, hey, why don't you do this? I suggest that you listen to that, and you're able to, add into whatever as you watch the ritual on Thursday. When you watch it, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? There can be an orgy in the background. You can be doing it. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's however you see fit, just as long as you follow the few simple protocols, that puts us all in the same accord. Of course, it's going to be different. Everybody might add their own little flavor, their own little spices and everything nice. That's fine. I highly encourage that. Just make sure you get the basics in there, okay? Which is
Christine, in real life, can an oversoul call for you to come back to a place?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, definitely. Especially if you had some experiences with this oversoul, or because some people, they can see spirits, and naturally they didn't have to work to get the calcification and all the bullshit out. They just like, they came here already tuned to a certain frequency, and that frequency allowed them to, they just innately, instinctively know they're dealing with something, so absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, this is a good book though, real good book. Any other questions before we conclude? I don't want to keep y'all too long. I'm having a great time with y'all. I talk to the same tree all the time. I saw it almost break in half during the tornado, and I was so sad. I was running my plants in, but ever since, I say how I'm glad she's still alive. Yeah, she feels that too. She knows that. Yeah, there was a story in this book about this guy would like his. There was one particular, uh, I guess you could say, a sub oversoul on his block that would, it particularly would always be in this alleyway behind his house. And one day there was like, I don't know, a chase or something like that. But this car, he said he always felt this present within a bush. This one particular bush that was like kind of like by his backyard, but his bedroom window was really close to the fence, which was right by the alleyway. And this car, like, basically almost should have ran through the fence and into his bedroom, but it was somehow like, and like it ended up crashing somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But like, all these benefits and more when you venerate, those things, or just at least, have a mutual respect. It's a relation. I'm not saying to worship anything, like, but acknowledge everything likes to be acknowledged. So you can create relationships with the local spirits around you. Now everyone's got them, so tap into what's around you, see what's happening. Sancista Brujo Luis, he always talks about every time he goes to a foreign land, he always, the first thing he does when he gets off the plane and all that, he kisses the ground and he gives it up to the spirits of that particular land. Wherever you're going, you got people that you got spirits there. Anybody else? No. Spiritual vibration.
So long for life. What is an oversoul?
An oversoul. That's a very good. Damn, you remember? Wait. I'm sorry. I'll get to that question right now. I was just seeing.
I'll go down the list.
Okay. What did you say? Mercury retro. Damn you, Mercury retrograde. Mercury. Um, I found myself drawn to an Oshun candle, and I keep seeing yellow. Along with the plant on my altar grew 3 yellow leaves. Wow. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that, brother. It doesn't get more clear than that. So I would suggest you do so. It doesn't get more clear than that, man. That's kind of like she's really trying to come through. Sometimes they overextend themselves. And I know sometimes, no matter how spiritual, sometimes you still miss shit and you be like, how did you miss that? Anyways, what was the question again?
What is an oversoul?
Oh, oversoul. Got you. Okay. I'm going to give you, and my understanding also keeps growing and evolving, but I'm going to give you like a bite-sized one that I got, okay? So let me see if I can find some props, okay? Okay, well, at some level, everything is just all one, right? And we've had this conversation before, remember, about trees and shit, because we were discussing the whole twin flame thing. And so from the one, it's kind of like it branches off like a tree into individual branches, all right? And it's not exactly like this. This is just the model that I'm using to explain this. And so after it starts branching off, it almost can appear, or it gets to experience what it's like kind of to be apart, or the illusion of separation from the one, okay? Now, just like a branch, off of that branch, there's other branches, you see? Eventually, you get down to the individual, which would be you, all right? Or me. And depending on, like, that goes off into some other shit though. I was gonna say, but depending on, because some souls are newer than, let's say, others or whatever, but that's kind of the best representation I could think of is that of a tree. Because when we were looking at trees we went for a walk the other night and we were looking at trees, and I was like, what part is the branch and what part is the tree? Who's to say that branch isn't the tree also? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the whole thing in totality, though, a branch is the roots, the trunk, then all the branches. And these are different individualized aspects of the same thing we call a tree. So oversoul is kind of like you have the oversoul, and then you have, imagine, okay, I'm not saying this is exactly how it is, but just to kind of get a concept, because these things we're talking about, we're trying to understand it with a human mind, and a lot of times it doesn't fit. But you got these like tentacles, right, that come off the oversoul. And off of them tentacles, you have other tentacles and so forth. Okay, so I know it's kind of confusing, and but that's kind of like how it works. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of like how it is. And depending on the vibration or the density or whatever, like I said, at some point, everything is just one. There is just but one. All knowledge, there's but one. There's everything. It's everything and nothing at the same time. And I know it sounds airy, fairy, weird, but hey, and also the spiritual connection between us, trees, and animals. That's another way. That's a good understanding. So it's like someone passing and you find an animal that shares the same characteristic of that person. Salon for life, thank you. Okay, good.
This person has a good question. Would this work if I share the chant with a family member?
Well, it can, is the short answer. The reason why it's more than likely 99.99999% going to work for you is because you had the intent. When you joined us, you had the intent, the reason why, right? And you put a little skin in the game, which was like your offering. And so it might work different. I'm not saying it can't work. The chant could very well work for this person, especially if this person is kind of more confident about their spiritual abilities. And if they take this, well, give me that chant. I'll freak that chant. I'll show you how to work this chant. If they work the chant, I mean, I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying the probability is more on like your side, let's say, for example, who is actively like, I know what this is. I know why I want to join. I did all this stuff. And then like, yes, I can hand it over, but they don't have exactly the same oomph that you did. Does that make sense? It's also kind of why you could try and do pro bono work for people or free work for people. And like, it's a condition of the human mind, it seems to be, especially in this culture. If it's free, they already devalue it. It could be the most valuable information, but because it's free, they won't value it. You know what I'm saying? So the next person may not value the ritual as you do because they didn't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, hey, tree of life. Thank you. K Kismet. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Gloria. Or I don't know if you want Borda to read for you or me. Well, either one. Either one of us, Um, but yeah, so just to answer that's a very excellent question, though. That's an excellent question. It can, okay, but the ones who use their intent, like I intentionally did this, I intentionally became a part of this and joined this, and we are intentionally moving together, then there's a whole different kind of energy besides someone who, you just kind of like, here's the passcode, you can use that. Okay, I don't know what they're going to get to say. They could, I don't know. That'd be interesting, but the best way is to just sign up, do what you do, get down with the get down so we can come up, okay? And that's the best way I can say it. Any other questions? That's why they ask for you to put some money so you have skin in the game. Christine, in real life, you ain't even lying, man. You are not even lying. And believe you me, just like I notice if I start to feel, or if I just want, like I've done it so many times, just experimenting, not because I needed it, but I just like, I want to see it. I want to see it for myself. So I'll just go and like give money to individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like just on the low. It ain't about like, here, let me Instagram myself giving this person. No, 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 no. Fuck all that, man. This is just between me and my spirit, And I swear, like clockwork, every time. And not just that, more than what I gave. Always more. Always more. Not just no equal exchange. Because if it was an equal exchange, what really good would that be? You know what I'm saying? If I gave you $5 and then I get $5 back, I'm still at a standstill. Now I just got my $5 back. I want $10, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah, the Sag in you will do that. When you keep it to yourself, it works better. Salome for life. That is the best. That is some powerful shit right there. I cannot tell you. That's also why I'm not telling you what I, even though we're in this together, I'm still like what I'm doing on the side to ensure the success as much as I possibly can for each and every one of you. I'm keeping that secret because that like concentrates the power. You know, you just keep concentrating it. You know what I'm saying? And you're absolutely right, Shalom for Life. When you keep it to yourself, I don't know what it is. It's got this je ne sais quoi to it that it just amplifies the shit. There's other, you know, you read like other success books, and I get why they say this, but they say if you want to make sure something, you know, you go out and you tell everybody. That way you're going to follow through and because you're not going to want to look like an idiot. But at the same time, when you're over here telling everybody what you're going to do, it opens the door, even on a subconscious level. You could tell when you start telling somebody what you want to do. I know each and every one of you can feel me on this. You start telling somebody, and either their face gives it away or you could just kind of feel their energy, you know? And like while you're telling them, you're almost like, I know they're thinking, yeah, fucking right. You really think you're going to do this? Like you can smell their disbelief. And if you're not careful, that disbelief will infect your subconscious mind or activate any other doubts that you may have had already in there. You know what I'm saying? Either way, not a good idea. I don't think it's that good of an idea. I prefer, you know, to keep shut the fuck up. Right? That's what I say. That's what I say. If it opens the door for negative, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. And most of the time, if it's family, oh, they'll verbalize that shit. You know, they'll somehow give you some offhanded backhand compliment, which is really a put down, or they'll try and put them little negative seeds in your shit. You don't want none of that, man. I don't want none of that. I mean, it's not going to get in, but why even give them the chance to try, you know? And unless you're doing the thing with that person, then they shouldn't be privy to that information. If they're your business partner or you got a partner in crime and y'all are actively doing it together, then by all means hash it out. You know what I'm saying? You can share that. But if they don't got nothing to do with what you're doing, man, fuck them. They don't need to know what you're gonna do. They can know when you're doing it or when it's done. Then they can know. That's my take on it. Other than that, man, cut all that riffraff out. Because some of you are still in that stage where you're building a library of success reference points. Every time you succeed at something, every time like you cast a spell and it comes through, that's a success reference point. You can always reference. Now you're starting to build your confidence. You know, some of you are still in that process of building your confidence. So you're still kind of open to, and maybe even more subconsciously, to other people's feelings and perspectives towards you and what you're doing. So just leave that shit alone, man. Anything else? Any other questions before we conclude? Because y'all have been so fucking awesome today.
I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we both do. We both do. Period. Denise Wise, I'm going to spell that with a T on the end. Period. Okay? Period. God damn. Should I wait to smoke that day until I finish the ritual? I heard it lowers vibration. That's that's a tricky question, man. Like, you got some good questions, Kismet, okay? You know, in the military, they call everybody just by last name. Kismet! You, yeah, money tongues out, all right? Ha! You know, the Alpha, Kappa, ha, you know, whatever. Well, we doing the money tongue, okay? I'll do it along with the mudra, just ha, all right? Anyways, the money mudra, okay? What was I gonna say, man? You know, if you want to deny yourself to smoke that day, and especially if that's not like your regular curriculum, but you're like, today I'm gonna hold off a little bit, you know. Like me, I might even like delay my cafe, my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Is it gonna lower my vibration or anything? No. You know what I'm saying? But when you deprive yourself, that's like you're showing your spirit, look, I'm willing to do this. You know, I'm willing to like deny my flesh to make sure that this is what we do, you know? So if you feel like that would somehow add an edge to you, then I encourage you to do it. Do you have to do it? No, not in my opinion. If you feel you have to do it, then I would strongly suggest you honor that. You know, don't go against your belief system, your current belief system. You know, there's an old saying, if you're going to walk off a building, you can fly if you know without a doubt you can fly. I do believe that, you know, you can alter and do things which appear miraculous, such as maybe, let's say, levitate, okay? But you better be sure that all of your whole thing is in line with that, or else you're going to splat. So if you're not sure, then just hold off on that, you know? But yeah, that's a little bit extreme. That example is a little bit extreme. But if you feel that in your solar plexus, you know, or if you feel that in your heart, like, hey, just don't do that right now, you know, then I would honor that, you know, because you got to remember, depending on what you're talking about smoking now, like certain rituals and in certain cultures, they fucking be on tobacco all the fucking time. Now, yes, their tobacco is pure tobacco, which is a lot better than the cigarettes because they put all kinds of shit in it. But still, you know, they're over there smoking and shit, and smoke's a part of their thing. I mean, so that's how you draw in spirits with good tobacco. Well, that's one way, but they love some tobacco, that wacky tobacco, you know, and that too, just like we do. Wacky tobaccos. Yeah. Any other questions there? That's good though. That was a good question. Thank you. There can be no doubts in your mind, the wise fox. That's why you're the wise fox. There can be no doubts. You can't have both going on. You get harmonic dissonance, meaning it's shit's all fucked up. You want a nice, good wave. You don't want like, you know, a bunch of just yeah, nah. You don't want all that interference. You want everything to be nice and clean. Shimano 5 line, no matter what military branch, you will always hear from an officer, Martinez. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter. You're a last name. I would say that even in jail, too. You know, they're all about your last name in jail, too. But a lot of times, too, they'll just, inmate, you're a number, you know?
Mhm.
All right. Anybody else? Any other questions in relation to the rapid cash infusion ritual? We'll be performing on Thursday for your financial benefit. Hmm? Nada? Okay. Nada. Yeah, man. Okay. Well, we're about to exit the building. So as you will. So tomorrow, by about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, will be the cutoff. You're gonna go there. Some of y'all are gonna go there, and be like, okay, I'm ready, and you're go to the page, and it's gonna be like, thank you all who participated. The ritual's now closed. Come again, you know. You don't want to be all like, no, no. You don't want to be that one. You want to be like, I got my ticket. Yeah. Y'all have a good, you too, Kismet. You TV, shout out to TV. Have a good evening, you too. Miss Hagwood. That just sounds like a witchy name, you know? Hagwood. Miss, that's a witchy fear. Yeah, there you go. Money tongues out. You found your money tongue, huh?
Mhm.
Ah, all right. I ain't mad at you. Money tongues out. Christina, real life. Have a good. You too. I definitely am. I'm gonna get sweaty. Not in that way, but okay. You gotta wait for your sweat. Yeah, you gotta wait for your sweat. I got to get my. Yeah, I gotta get my thing in. And yeah, shit. Thank you. Absolutely, Deja. Thank you. Y'all are what make it. You know what I'm saying? TV, yes, you can. All right. Y'all be good. What if you have different last names?
What last name she rocking?
Yeah, I mean, which one is the main one? Ain't there a main one usually? Or you got some long ass Spanish name that's got like fucking
It's like Maria
20,
Osteria
20 syllables
Herrera.
to it. Shit. What? Hmm. The only time you hear that full name is when your ass is in trouble from your mom. That's it. Gang gang. Ah, there you go. Shine light like a diamond. Tyra Whiting. Whiting. Tyra Whiting. You're absolutely more so welcome. Thank you. There you go. So look forward to seeing y'all. If you, like I said, make sure you go and fill that form out. If you're already in, if you joined like yesterday, you want to like just revisit that real, take about 60 seconds, visit, just fill that form in so all your information is there, particularly your email and your address, so we can send you your ritual tools, so we can really have some fun. Right on, in time knowledge. Sangomate. Okay, we are out of here like last year. Okay, but y'all be good. You'll be hearing from me tomorrow. Okay, congrats to everybody and thank you to everybody who joined. You've made this. This is probably one of our actually. This is actually our highest joined kind of like group ritual that we've ever done. Period. So things are growing, and like I said, all of us putting this good juge in here is we cannot. We can only win. We can only win, man. Okay. What if your last name is different from your birth? Okay. If you're going by that name, then use the name that you're going by. Okay, especially if it's been a while. I will say that you can use your birth name if you just felt like a nudge. You know what? I want to use my birth name. Then go ahead and use your birth name. But right now, when you change your name, that does change the frequency of your whole shit. You know what I mean? So that's right. Money tongue gang. All right. So yeah, MTG. MTG TV, Money Tongue Gang. All right. So yeah, you can use your married name if that's what you're going by. I would suggest right now, yeah. If that's what you kind of like legally already changed your name and all that shit, then I would suggest you do that. You know, but as a fallback, you can always use your birth name because your birth name will always, But if you legally change and all that, then I would just rock with that. Go by what people are calling you right now. That's where the energy is too. All right. Well, we're gonna be out of here. Good question though. Karma 1 2. Karma 136. All right. So, anyways, y'all have a good night. Married last name for male. Okay. You can use your married name. Do you have a problem with using your married name? You don't want to? If you don't want to, then I would say don't do it. If you feel like, I don't think I should, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, anyways, we're out of here like last year, and we're gonna get the hell up out of here. I got things to do. We all got things to do. We got a lot of shit to do. Okay, we got a lot of shit to do. Gracias, Pacifica Aurora. You have a blester night. Okay, and yes, I said it, and it's now a word, blester. Okay, not blister, blessed. Okay. Yeah, man. All right, so we'll be back. All right. So be looking on your emails. Y'all are gonna get your emails. Make sure you fill out the form. That's all I say. I know that's a pain in the ass. Forgive me, but don't blame me. Blame Spirit because it just came through. It's like, do it now. Go ahead. Okay. So, um, just for mail purpose. Okay. Carmen, just use which one that you feel that you want to use. We'll go with that. Whatever you want us to call. There's no set thing. I mean, typically if your name has changed and you've been married or that's the name you've been going by now, then you just use that name. But you can always use your birth name because there's always going to be that. You're always going to be that too. To a degree. It's a mantra called the Thunderbolt, and chanting it clears your path and clean up that gunk. Hey, there you go. Hung Vajra say it. 100. Oh yeah. Okay. Hung Vajra pe. Hung Vajra pe. There you go. There you go. All right. So we're out of here like last year. So we'll be back. Be checking your emails too. All right. Be checking your emails. All right. So we're out of here. Boom.